the clue for last episode, but I'm not trying to fool anybody. I didn't actually even do anything to make this gentleman's face, but this is supposed to be Georgie Muresan. So let me explain myself, because outside of that, this would probably be like the worst effort that I've had, right? And I was actually looking forward to seeing if I could actually make, because Muresan's face looks different than just about anybody. I mean, you see George Muresan one time, you see him again, you know it for now. He just have a very distinct look. There ain't that many 7'7" guys in the world. If what is it, probably two or three, right? So I looked through some of the international teams, and the game has a cap. Maybe you can't make a guy over 7'2". Every once in a while, when you're trying to create a guy, they'll give you a 7'3" guy or whatever. Well, I looked through the international thing, and there's a 7'4" guy. I forget which team he was on, but there's a 7'4" guy. So I said, you know what? I said, how about I try to make Muresan as legit as possible from the size standpoint by modeling him after him. So I took I took the guy from there, changed his name. You can't change his face or anything, which is the reason why he looks like somebody named Michael Jones or something. He just doesn't look like George Muresan. But I did use him because I wanted him to be clearly like amongst the tallest ones that are there. I did still have to do the thing with the wingspan to make him really appear to be humongous, which I did. Now, here's a thing. If you're using this roster, do not touch the height. If you flick the stick in any way, shape, or form, you will not be able to make him 7'4" again. So don't touch George Muresan's height if you want him to stay as he is right there. All right, so that's just a tip moving forward. But at any rate, George Muresan only played 6 seasons in the NBA, 4 of them with the Washington Bullets. I took the 95-96 season when he was 24 years old. And yeah, he is one of only 2 people to ever come from Romania. The only other one was actually American, but he was born in Romania. It's Ernie Grunfeld, general manager now, but spent time with the Knicks and some other teams. But so yeah, just that little bit. But yes, 95-96 season, Muresan led the league in field goal percentage. It was the first of 2 years in a row he led the league in field goal percentage. Shot 58% from the field, only 62% from free throw line, 9.6 rebounds, but 3.3 offensive rebounds. That's a lot of offensive rebounds. Only 0.7 assists, 0.7 steals, and only 2.3 blocks, which was the most blocks he ever averaged in a game, average per game. So even though he was 7'7", he is 7'7". He was never a humongous shot. I mean, 2.3 is above average, clearly. But he was never a humongous shot blocker. And he also played only 29 and a half minutes a game. So he never played a lot of minutes. So obviously, I'm giving you some clues. Oh, he averaged 14 and a half points a game. I'm giving you some clues as to what his ratings are kind of going to be, because you see where the weaknesses are, right? So here's it's not a lot jazzy here, he's a big guy. He's not doing a lot. So we gave him, let's see here, swing it around, Georgie. Gave him that dunk. That might have been a little too jazzy, actually. That one, yeah, these are a little too spry. I don't know, maybe. And then we got that regular one. And then, of course, the big man feet up dunk. So let's take a look at these ratings. He got an 80 overall. 7 badges. He got 3 gold. Hustle points, because this is for offensive rebounds. He was doing that. Post lockdown defender. I'm going to tell you. If you're 7'7", it's going to be hard to score over you. I don't care what's going on. That's pretty hard. Brick wall, gave him that. Setting screens. Imagine a 7'4" man setting screens. Now, that's not automatically easy for a 7'4" guy to do, because you got to be able to stay still. You had to, your timing has to be right. So setting screens is not as easy as it seems for anybody out there who's played the game. You kind of know what I'm saying. There's an art to setting screens. So there we go. We gave him that. And here's the ratings. Like I said, got the 80, which is not really great, but it's, it's decent. But you got a 7'7" guy. If you want to, say for instance, you playing and you have him on your team, and people are just going to the basket left and right, put Georgie out there, man. Or say for instance, you got a guy that's killing you on the block. If he doesn't have a face up game and he can take Georgie off the dribble, it's gonna be hard. Like him against like Al Jefferson. Yeah, him against that's a pretty tough matchup because Al he's quicker than Georgie, but I don't know if he's that much quicker where he can really exploit that matchup. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. We're moving on to this next guy. Let's go. The Duncan Dutchman. Rik Smits is next. The average height in this episode is through the roof. But this is Rik Smits. Spent his entire career with the Pacers. 95-96 season is the one I took. It's a little bit, right in that little stretch. He had a lot of really good years. He was 29 years old, averaged 18.5 points. Despite being 7'4", he only averaged 6.9 rebounds. He never averaged more than 7.7 rebounds a game. 1.7 assists, 0.3 steals, and also, despite being 7'4", he only averaged 0.7 block shots. Earlier in his career, he was pretty much over a block shot a game, averaging topped out at 2.1 blocks in his second season, but never really a big-time shot blocker, despite the height, which kind of hurt him on the ratings. 52% from the field, 79% from the free throw line. So very good mid-range shooter. Smits was a part of those Pacers teams in the 90s that were really, really good teams. Those teams with him and Jermaine O'Neal and Reggie Miller. Those are good teams. And mostly him and Miller, but those are really good teams. And he was a tough guy to handle. Couldn't make him 7'4", of course, so we had to do the little wingspan thing and the body length thing to make up for that. Taking a look at the signature stuff. Shot kind of a set shot, but like I said, he could knock it down. I thought I did pretty good with this render. Thought I did pretty good. Only few of the Caucasian guys actually look like themselves, in my opinion, are the ones that I created. And I thought that Rik Smits came out pretty doggone good. So let's take a look at the ratings. He got an 80. Not very mobile, not a good defender, not a big-time rebounder. So that really hurts quite a bit on the rating side for a center, of course. But still, good size and able to score around the basket. If you stay with the Pacers, period, and you stay with the rosters as they are, with the all-time greats playing on teams that they actually played on or had their best season with, then he could very well start over Roy Hibbert if you wanted him to. So there's that. Let's take a look at the badges. It's got 4, none of them gold. Got bankers open, screen outlet, fade ace, and brick wall for the picks. So yeah, no gold badges for Mr. Smits. But that's it. Let's take a look at this last guy in this episode, and we're staying with the same team. It is Mr. Jalen Rose. Now, this is Jalen Rose with the hair. I don't know. I don't like it that much. Did the best I could, but I don't like it that much. On the court, it looks better. 6'8", 210 pound. Small forward shooting guard who could play a little bit of the point too. Remember the famed Fab Five with Michigan, with Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, and Ray Jackson. I took 27-year-old Jalen Rose with Indiana. He averaged 18 points a game that year, 4.8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.1 steals. He shot 47% from the field and 39% from three-point range and 83% from the line. So he was a good player, a very good player. Came off the bench sometimes. This particular season, he started all 80 games for the Pacers. But at one time, when I think his breakout season with Indiana was the 97-98 season. He was a sub, played in all 82 games, averaged just under 10 a game. So Then he kind of just broke his way into being a starter the 99 2000 season, which is the one I used. He was 27. So, it is what it is here. Take a look at the left-handed stroke from Jalen Rose. He didn't do a lot of jumping, period. Wasn't a spectacular athlete, but he could, and the funny thing of it was he didn't used to be known as a good shooter. Kind of made himself into a better shooter, which is always admirable. But he could always handle the ball, could always pass. So we got him taken care of there. So let's flip this and take a look at his ratings. Badges first, 11 badges, 2 gold, the corner specialist, and microwave. Like I said, he made himself into a very decent shooter. And for the ratings, he got an 83. Only really place he got lost some marks is on pure athleticism. So we didn't hook him up too much there. The ball control is very high for a small forward, but anybody that watched Jalen Rose play, that he could handle the ball really well. So this is it as we're flipping through here. It is now time again for the clue for the next episode. We are spinning our way through this. We're spinning our way straight through this. Now I'm trying to make sure, I want to make this a good one. You know what I'm saying? I want to make this a good one. I don't want to make it like I said, I know you guys are pretty much already at the point where you just go ahead and you pull up the internet and you do a couple searches and you just resolve my little hint. So I know it's going to be difficult nonetheless, but my wheels are spinning a little bit trying to come up with this one. Well, let's just go with this. This player led the league, and he has led the league led the league in assist for the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2001-2002. So it's really easy. I couldn't really think of anything to make it really hard. So I just went ahead and gave you that. Just call this a gimme. Call this one a gimme. Maybe I'll come back with something hard the next time. But let's let y'all know. He led league in assists in 2001-2002. There you go. So that's it for this episode. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm trying to push through this, crying about Derrick Rose, torn meniscus, and trying to do homework and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Peace.